Another day.
We got the payoff that we wanted. We got the payoff we wanted, Alan. This is why the play-in tournament is good.
We did. There's no doubt about that. It was the game to watch, and it lived up to it. We're going all the way down to the wire. There was a lot of drama. And I'll tell you what, Key, God bless you. As a Laker fan on the East Coast, to go through the anxiety that you admit you had, which you should have, and B, you stayed up with it. Knowing you had to get up early to do this show, you still stayed up with it to watch it live.
From beginning to end. Didn't miss a minute. Watched the Memphis game or whatever. That was just a tune-up. Meanwhile, I was stressed out from 6 to the end of the game. The game ended. I probably rolled over about 1:30-ish. You know, I caught a little Sports Center, perk and all. You know, I caught a little bit of that, but closed my eyes, woke up for the show. But, yes, stress, like to a whole nother level. It was one of those deals. It's like, man, I know we not. Even in the fourth quarter. Because our lead was never more than, I think, 7 points in the fourth. So
y'all were down 15 earlier in the game.
Yeah, but you buried the first lead of the game was in the fourth quarter.
Exactly.
So it was kind of like, you know, I'm like.
You were trailing by 14.
I'm sitting there, man.
Wardell.
I'm like, but I felt good. Because LeBron set out to like about the last 5 minutes of the game, and he came in, and that in basketball, you can eat that 5 minutes or eat some points up. So I felt good about that. But it's just anything could happen when he hit the my eye shot. Oh my eye! When he hit that shot, lay down some more. The whole thing. When he got hit by Draymond, I'm screaming. I'm like, just lay down, man.
That was a hard hit too, because Draymond stepped over him. By the way, I don't know if you saw that.
He did. He stepped over him.
He stepped over him.
Draymond
always does those psychological type things.
But Draymond didn't intentionally.
No, he didn't do it. Yeah,
and it
was a hard playoff foul.
Foul. And so I'm screaming at the TV. I'm saying, lay down, roll over like a dog. Lay there, because I knew nothing was wrong with LeBron.
Get some rest.
I'm watching. I'm like the cameraman. I done zoomed in, even though I can't zoom in. I'm at the TV looking.
Is he okay?
Is he okay? But then when he went over, the teammates started going over to him, and LeBron something else. Look, if you watch it, next time you watch it.
You know that look he gives you, like.
He gave his hands, and he rolled over my eye, the whole deal. And they said something to him, and he was kind of like, I was like, yeah, brother, milk it.
That's some Hollywood. That's so Hollywood.
Entice the referees into the flagrant. Do it, baby.
They didn't, though. Called it a common foul. Again, 103-100. The Lakers beat the Warriors in the 7-8 game, and this was, again, for the play-in tournament. We didn't really get a lot of sizzle in the first day in the Eastern Conference matchups, but we certainly got it in the nightcap of the Western Conference of the first day. So, again, you still get Steph Curry. You still get him now having to battle with the Grizzlies to get that 8th seed. So, still you have a superstar. And that'll be, we'll talk more about that later in the week. But you also have
Ja Morant, who's trending towards superstar.
And he versus Curry should be a lot of fun. But Steph went for 37, and he was special in this game.
I know we've been on our show multiple times, and Alan, you and I have said that, hey, Jokic is going to win the MVP. Because he's played almost every single game, but it almost feels like it's by default to a degree, even though he's having a spectacular season. How do you not give it to Steph, though? Like, that's a legit question. Maybe all voters have their votes in already, and that's why, people just thought it was a lock. I thought it was a lock. But watching the way Steph kind of ended the season and watching him play last night, I know they lost, but damn. I mean, the shot he hit before going to half, the hezzies he's hitting people with, the shot, it's every shot is like showtime.
The reverse layups, the body control,
English.
all that stuff. Yeah. Oh, look at this. Oh,
that's why I get.
Oh my goodness, on ESPN2 right now. Just seeing the highlights. But again, we have more to talk about with Curry. But the story about the Lakers though is very simple.
My eye.
They survive. They survive. They do. You have to admit that. But LeBron James in the big spot. I mean, we've talked about how clutch for him. This was a clutch shot, and he did it after Draymond Green did poke him in the eye a little bit earlier in that fourth quarter. So he takes, it's like a 34-footer late in the shot clock with a minute to go. He had to make the shot. The score was tied, and he makes it with Steph Curry running out at him, looks at Curry, lets him know, pointing to his eye.
My eye.
And after the game, he explains to Rachel Nichols what was going on with his eye.
I put in a lot of work in my game. After Draymond finger to the eye, I was literally seeing three rims out there. So I just shot at the middle one, and I was able to to the grace of the man above, I was able to knock it down.
Yeah, I'm glad you picked the middle one, bro.
I decided to shoot the one on the left.
I don't want him to shoot at that one. No, shoot at the one in the middle.
Yeah, if you were ever seeing 3 of anything, why would you ever shoot at the one on the right or the left? Normally, it would be the one in the middle.
What's so great about the shot is the clock was running down.
Yeah,
so he
yeah,
didn't. It wasn't
shot
like
clock.
It wasn't like he had a chance to catch, gather. I mean, it was like catch and shoot immediately.
See, that was even. I don't even think that was the best part about the shot. The best part about the shot for me was, do you know how many times people have looked at Steph after Steph has made shots over half court with 2 or 3 hands in his face? Like, yeah, right, bro. The fact that Steph looked at LeBron in that moment, like, yeah, right, Bron. Like that was the look Steph gave him. Like, damn, yeah, right, Bron. You made that. You just really made that. That's a rivalry in basketball that I want to see more of as we continue down this road. And I don't care if LeBron plays until he's 40 years old. LeBron and Steph is always going to be a rivalry we're going to pay attention to.
I hate to be swinging
that's coming
on LeBron like that, though, but damn, man, he's like, who else? Like, right? Like, who else?
In that moment?
Who else?
It was his 97th career, 97th career game-tying or go-ahead field goal in the final minute. We give him a lot of grief about him passing the basketball late in games. We talk about, does he want the shot? 97th career game-tying or go-ahead field goal in the final minute, second most in the last 25 years behind Kobe Bryant, who has 101. Again, regular season, playoffs, and play-in we're talking about. So, Clutch Gene, yeah, he has it. And it was a 34-footer, the longest make of the season. And Second Spectrum tells us he had a 25% chance to make the shot.
And what's so crazy about that, 34-footer, all those sort of things, he made it against Steph, who that's routine for him, and it's against Golden State. That's a routine shot for Steph Curry. That's like...
Yeah, for Steph.
That's
exactly.
routine.
That's a great point.
And he made it against the guy who basically created this shot in the NBA.
Can we fast forward for 1 second? Now he's playing against a guy in Phoenix in CP3. That remember when CP3 really wanted to be in LA. That trade got bounced by David Stern at the time. No, not allowed to make it happen. Now LeBron is in LA, and now the Banana Boat boys are about to get back after it.
Right, 2 of them, right.
Where the Lakers are by far the favorite, by the way.
Yeah,
that's what Vegas
and that's where I was going to go next. Speaking of, by the way, you mentioned David Stern, the NBA commissioner. We're going to have Adam Silver on tomorrow on the show at 9:15 Eastern, so you don't want to miss that, as he probably loved what he saw last night, right? As the play-in is becoming something, the ratings off the charts just for the Eastern game. Imagine what the ratings were for last night's game. We'll get that information as well, but it has definitely worked out. But now, yeah, let's look forward. Like, the key, you're the Laker fan. You're the guy that lives and dies with it. You're the guy going through the anxiety yesterday. After this, Anthony Davis struggled for most of this game. I mean, he made 2 shots outside of the paint the whole game, did not shoot the ball well. The Warriors defense, I mean, they played hard. They played scrappy, the Warriors certainly did. I mean, he held them to 103 points. But did it feel like to you in that second half, LeBron started becoming LeBron again? Do you feel good about what you saw from the Lakers? Do you feel like, as Jay said, they'll be the favorites, you think, at least for Vegas, when it comes to this first-round series with the Suns, but do you feel like, okay, we're good?
Yeah, I do. And the reason I feel good about the situation is, one, you're going up against Steph Curry and Draymond. Draymond is hustle face. He's going to give you everything, right? I mean,
Except offense. He was terrible on the offensive side.
But we all know that. I mean, he's kind of spurt along the way on the offensive side throughout his entire career. But so you knew what that was. So you kind of know what Phoenix is. They don't have a Steph Curry on their team. They got a leader in CP3, but they're young. And Devin Booker doesn't scare you in your sleep.
Not yet.
The way Steph Curry, the way Steph Curry would do somebody. Lakers probably couldn't sleep the night before the game thinking about Steph Curry. They don't get a good night's sleep in Phoenix. It's not that type of situation. And LeBron will be healthy. And AD will hopefully be healthy. And yeah, we'll be fine.
I think it's a big series for Booker.
I think it's a huge series for Booker. I think the Lakers win in 6. I think the Lakers win in 6.
6?
Yeah. I think Phoenix is going to get a couple. I think Phoenix is good. Do not sleep on the way that Phoenix plays now. They can space you out. CP3 is a point god, right?
Yeah.
And we've seen sometimes LA struggle with guarding point guards like that. When you put guys, even though Alex Caruso did a decent job on Steph Curry last night, and Alex Caruso played his tail off last night, he deserves a lot
As he
of
usually
credit
does.
too. Yes,
No, as he usually does.
Oh, my eye.
Keyshawn J. Will Zubin, presented by Progressive Insurance. Alan Hahn in for Zubin. All guests join us on the Goodyear hotline. So the odds, by the way, the Lakers are big favorites, according to Caesars William Hill.
Yeah.
Minus 300 in the series, plus 240 for the Suns. So, again, Vegas let you know, even though they're a 7th seed, they're probably the best 7th seed we've ever seen. So that's what you got going into that. But Jay's saying Lakers in 6. The Warriors, meanwhile, they'll play the Grizzlies, the 8th seed. That'll be on Friday